Gonna get my sweets, which one will it be? Got the baker and the candy man crazy for me. Can't quite decide, will it be that one or this? Both of them competing to deliver my bliss. Give me lots of sugar till I make up my mind. Which sweet daddy makes the sweetest kind?
Welcome to this episode of Junk Food on the Road. This time we went to
Kong Disneyland.
Yay!
Yay! This is sort of a weird one because it's not really a city or anything.
It's a place.
It's a place. It's a magical land. A magical land of wonder.
We met Mickey Mouse for breakfast 3 times.
We did. That was kind of neat. We've been to. We're Disney fans, and we've talked about Disney before in the past. So.
Okay, no. Let's say you're a Disney fan. I like Disney. I'm an amusement park fan.
Fair enough. And so eating with Mickey is sort of a thing, I think.
It's really fun.
It is really fun. This one's kind of interesting because Mickey just kind of hangs out at the door.
Yeah.
And then
you get a ticket to meet him every time you go for breakfast in the hotel.
Yeah.
It's like a buffet breakfast, sort of like Chef Mickey at the Florida.
But with distinctly Asian stuff. That's kind of the cool thing about it. Because we also had dinner there, I think, we had a meal there too.
Not at that restaurant.
We did.
No, we went to the hotel next door.
No, we had a meal there too.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I think we had lunch there when we first got there.
No, that was the hotel next door.
Okay.
Remember we took the big long bus ride to go to a place that was like 20 meters from?
Yeah, 20 meters away. But no, okay, so the thing about the Chef Mickey's, or this sort of thing is, it has like a whole bunch of sort of North American stuff. Most of it done fairly well, which is surprising for an Asian place. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden there's like a bunch of Asian stuff too, including, I remember, green soba noodles.
Yeah,
and there was
curries.
Yeah.
Sort of Asian breakfast. They also had the one thing I missed out on getting while we were in Hong Kong, the city, that I kind of wanted to try, and that was Hong Kong toast.
Yes, we mentioned that in the last episode, I think.
Did we?
I think we did.
That I was like sad I didn't get to try it.
Yeah.
But I got to try it at Chef Mickey's for breakfast. It's I don't know if anybody remembers the last podcast because I certainly don't. It's peanut butter and condensed milk.
Yeah, on toast.
And it's surprisingly yummy.
It makes sense. I mean, it's kind of a sweet thing. It's just it's a little runny. It is.
Well, the peanut butter was pretty yummy. Yeah, like if you had it with normal peanut butter and not runny peanut butter, it would probably be a lot better.
Maybe. But yeah, I mean, we also, our first day, we didn't actually go to any parks. Good thing, too, because it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And we went to, where did we go to? It was the Explorers Hotel or something like that?
Yeah, the Explorers Hotel for lunch.
And that was fun. We had like a very fancy meal there.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
Yeah, and we walked around a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, in the hotels, there's lots of restaurants to choose from. There isn't really snack foods, per se.
Maybe in the stores, like little things.
Yeah, but that's definitely not the thing. It's more restaurant-y there. Mm-hmm. So on our first day, we just kind of wandered around, checked it out. Again, we did buy breakfast every morning. Like we had like a breakfast.
Yeah, we stayed for 3 nights, so we just went ahead and got breakfast at the hotel and the buffet for breakfast every morning.
Yeah, which for this isn't really snack related, but for anybody going to Hong Kong Disney, a lot of people consider it a 1-day park. But the fact that we actually stayed there we had 2 full days.
Yeah, 3 nights, 2 full days.
2 full days was actually really good because we got to enjoy it really leisurely, and we got to ride all the stuff we wanted to do like 2 or 3 times
or more.
Yeah, or more. So that was really cool. So if you are going
and
there,
we happened to be staying in the hotel that had the Chef Mickey's buffet in it.
Yeah. Otherwise, we would have gone somewhere else like that.
We would have just stayed in our hotel for whatever their breakfast deal was.
Yeah. So that was good. I enjoyed that.
There are 3 hotels there.
Yeah. I always hear rumors of another one opening too.
Yeah, I think we saw the construction site for it.
Maybe. So onto the parks. There's only one park there. It's not like Magic Kingdom or Walt Disney World.
Yeah. And it's small.
It's small, but it packs a punch.
Yeah. It was a good time.
It was a good time. So, I mean, obviously we go on about the rides. Quick thing about the ride. Mystic Manor, Grizzly Gulch, amazing rides.
Iron Man Experience was kind of cool.
Kind of okay, although a little nauseating.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some cool stuff there. There's the only thing I'd say from the thing is you can avoid, if you're going to avoid one thing, is probably the Jungle Cruise. Kind of lame-tastic.
Oh God, it was the worst Jungle Cruise I've ever been on.
The only cool thing about the Jungle Cruise is that it goes around the treehouse, which is kind of unique.
Yeah, was it Tom Sawyer?
No, it was Tarzan's Treehouse.
Tarzan's Treehouse, that's right.
That was kind of unique, but other than that, to be honest, it's completely.
And wasn't there a nod to Frozen? Okay, now we're talking about Disney.
Yeah,
okay.
But yeah, there you go. So food-wise, the one thing that this place had, and I understand that California is known for this too, but the one thing that sort of grabbed our attention and just had us until we bought it was popcorn.
Oh, the smell.
They have some way of putting the smells of the popcorn out there.
It's the aroma of crack. Or something. I don't know.
It is just so good. Yeah,
so good.
I imagine this is what crack smells like.
The food, eating it itself was good.
Yeah.
But the smell was phenomenal.
It was like nothing I've ever had, and it tasted pretty good. It was pretty good popcorn. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but it was pretty good popcorn. Mm-hmm. So,
I also had a turkey leg finally, which I didn't have in Florida Disney.
I remember them being smaller than the ones we saw in Florida.
They were much smaller and dry.
And why don't we explain
the
most unique thing about them?
The little plastic gloves. They give you a pair of little cellophane gloves to eat your turkey leg with. Oh, so cute. I used them.
Yeah. I had a crappy hot dog when you had that. So nothing really memorable.
You remember what else they had on that stand? Dried squid. Korean dried squid.
Which
I don't know whether it was Korean style or squid that they caught off the coast of Korea. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But we didn't get that. But what else did we get that was interesting there? Trying to think food-wise. It was a little while since we've been.
It's been a couple of months.
Been a couple of months since we've been there.
Okay, so after exploring the archives a little bit, we're now remembering some of the food that we had there.
So can we say that the food's not memorable?
Yeah, I think that the food, although those cheesecakes were pretty darn good. But
talk about the cheesecakes.
Okay, so one night we were watching the parade towards the end of the evening, and I don't remember what Chris was doing, but
I was waiting in line because they were wrapping our dishes that we bought.
Oh, that's right. Chris bought me some rice bowls with Disney characters on them for my birthday, and so while they were taking like 12 minutes per bowl to wrap up all 5 of them, I went across the street to the bakery to see what they had. And as a surprise, I got us little cheesecakes. And I thought, okay, well, this will be fun. Like, we like cheesecakes. They were baked cheesecakes. And then we stood there to watch the parade and bit into our cheesecakes, and they were warm.
Yeah, they were really good.
So good.
Yeah. The one, and I mean, now that we've looked over archives, is unmemorable. Is one thing I'll say there is the variety of food from different cultures is amazing.
It is amazing. We ate at 2 different places that had like 4 or 5 different cuisines to choose from, and you would get in your lineup based on what cuisine you wanted to eat.
And it's ethnicity. Like, the thing about Disney World is you go and often there'd be like a grilling station, a pasta station, like it'd be sort of standard North American, but here it'd be like curry, Japanese, Chinese,
Polynesian.
Yeah, like all these like crazy different things. So,
and one time we went to 2 different lineups because we thought, well, we'll try something different. And then the second time, and I remember getting some satay chicken for us to share, mm-hmm. and then it was just like, it was a lot of food, holy crap, because I got like a full meal and then like extra 2 skewers of chicken as like appetizers, and that was kind of a mistake, but they were really good.
That was at the Princess.
I think it was at the other one, the Explorers one.
Or is that the Explorers one is where we got the curry? No, the Princess one is where we got the curry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So the cool thing about the Princess one is you can sit outside. There's this little outdoor area that you don't know about, and if you wait at the right time, you can see, I think, Anna and Elsa.
Yeah, Anna and Elsa came, and like we get totally creeped out by face characters. We never want to meat them.
For those that don't know, a face character is a character at the Disney park that doesn't wear a mask.
Yeah, it's just like makeup, and it's like really creepy. So we just sort of sat there and watched like the crowds start like forming and lining up, and character meet and greets take a really long time at Hong Kong Disney, where you will be like the 5th person in line and you won't get to meet your character for more than an hour later. Like they just
They
it's
pose
awful.
you. Yeah, it's not much fun actually.
It's because like even once you get up there, it's like, okay, try this pose. Okay, try this pose. Okay, try this pose.
The only fun
and
one
you're
was
like,
Chewbacca.
I just want to go. Chewbacca's always fun.
Chewbacca's
I
always
did not make him cry this time.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had these two great restaurants that had like this crazy amount of international. And the nice thing is it's like it's just a tray. So you're not sitting down, so it's quick.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really good.
And it's good quality.
Good quality international food.
Yeah.
The other thing, we got ice cream bars.
Because it was Disney.
Because it was Disney. I think, whenever we have the chance, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were good.
I think they were a little smaller.
And then we had these. I have never been so happy to eat an awful burger in my life there, because it was a terrible burger, but it was Iron Man themed.
Yeah, so it had a little Iron Man.
Like branded into
the bun. And the bun was fine. The toppings were fine. The hamburger was awful.
Oh my God. I don't know what they did to it.
And it's so amazing because literally like less than a kilometer away in the same park are a couple of really great restaurants.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they just could not get this right at all. It was
ground meat, just
awful.
It was.
That was the only disappointing. That was like, there was a few things that were meh, but that was the only one that was like, I would not eat this again.
Oh, I felt sick just biting into it, but it was so fun because Iron Man was on it.
Yeah. Allison likes Iron Man.
I like Iron Man.
Really? Do you like Iron Man?
I totally like Iron Man, but I really like Thor too. He's funny.
Okay. I thought you just like Robert Downey Jr.
I do like Robert Downey Jr., but not the way you think.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think that he sings lovely.
So the other thing so I would say the general rule about Disney is if you're at Hong Kong Disney, is if you want a good meal, like a classy sit-down meal, go to one of the resorts.
Hotels.
They're amazing. And the resorts are close. Like you can walk to all of the resorts if you need to.
Oh my God, don't take a bus.
The buses are ridiculous. The buses take the longest way possible to get there. We actually walked around the entire park one night, so we really got the lay of the land.
Yeah.
The buses are really far. So if you're at one of the parks and you can take a little break and you want to sit down and have something nice for me for dinner, then go back to the parks, by all means, go to the hotels. They're great.
I mean, if there is a bus that goes directly to one of the hotels, then by all means, like if you're tired from walking around the park all day, but literally it's like a 10-minute walk from the park to
and it's a nice walk.
Area. And it's a lovely walk.
Little fountains and greenery and stuff.
And there's, if you go one way, you're on streets, but with nice sidewalks. But another way, it's just a pedestrian pathway.
Yeah, it was really quite nice.
Yeah, ask at a hotel for a jogging map, and then
that's a good way to do it.
That'll tell you everything.
But I seem to remember the park closing early too.
Yeah, it was not a late park.
Like you're not talking midnight or anything, so
it would be like 10 to 7 or something.
Yeah, so even if you went for a late dinner, you could go to one of the hotels after your park day.
Yeah.
And easily have a great time eating dinner.
No, it wasn't. Well, it's so small.
Yeah.
I mean, we managed to fill
small.
2 days.
The castle. The castle there is tiny.
Now you're talking about Disney again, not junk food.
Okay.
So I think we've exhausted all of the junk food that we had there.
It's a fine Disney park. You'll find some good food there.
They had Mickey waffles at the chef's.
Yeah, Mickey waffles are a big deal there.
Yeah.
Like they're a really big deal.
And
they're bigger ones.
And you get big size ones.
Yeah.
We didn't have any, but they have like a little marketplace on Main Street, USA, where you can get like gigantic Mickey head waffles.
Yeah, and they're quite popular. Like when you go on their website and everything, like that's their thing, is their Mickey waffles, or they're a big deal.
And they're very good.
We had them breakfast every day, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a thing to get for sure. While you're there, that's like the trendy thing. But in general, it's a fine park. If you're going to go for a big meal, go to one of the hotels. Mm-hmm. The only thing
restaurants there are quite nice.
I think you would have a hard time if you were like North American palate and a picky eater. Like if you weren't into curries or like Japanese food or Chinese, like real Chinese food, like spicy stuff, like things like that, you might have a hard time at this park.
Maybe.
Like if you're
the breakfast at Chef Mickey's would be fine. And maybe, like, I think there were a couple of options at the hotel restaurants that.
I would be worried that they would be those burgers.
But you pay.
That, and they might be those burgers.
Oh, that would be terrible.
So I think that's the one thing, is you're gonna have to sort of be like prepared for Asian food, and not just like Chinese food, but you might get you get the range of Asian food, including like Indian food, which is in Asia. So you kind of get this cool range. But if that's not your thing, you might have some trouble. You're going to have spicy food there, potentially. Like
it wasn't that spicy.
It wasn't that spicy, but, you know, if you're really sensitive,
if you're not used to it, yeah.
You're going to have some problems there. But, I mean, if you're willing to sort of try something new, it's a great opportunity. And a great way to do that, actually, before I forget, the breakfast, the other thing they had, the pork buns.
Oh, yeah.
They look like little pigs.
That's right. The Chinese sort of dim sum pork buns.
There's dim sum everywhere, and there's one restaurant that's well known for their dim sum where you actually have to order it a day in advance.
That's right.
So it's this Crystal Lotus, I think it's called. But it's yeah. So the dim sum. So like, go for your breakfast, and when you're there, try some of the side stuff because they have sort of things that are similar to what you might find in the park. Like you might find dim sum in the park. So if you try out maybe one dim sum bun for breakfast, you can try something there and then maybe try in the park later.
All right. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Junk Food on the Road.
We looked at Hong Kong Disneyland.
We did.
Yeah. So thanks for listening. And as always, you can follow us at Candy Critic on Twitter or go to candycritic.org and find all the links to other social media that we do. You can also go to candycritic.org/junkfood. JUNK.
And find this.
And find this. Well, no, you'll find old episodes of this as well. That's JUNKFUD. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Gonna get my sweets, which one will it be? Got the baker and the candy man crazy for me. Can't quite decide, will it be that one or this? Both of them competing to deliver my bliss. Give me lots of sugar till I make up my mind. Which sweet daddy makes the sweetest kind? Give me lots of sugar, melt my heart with your charms. Kiss the sugar off my lips as I melt in your arms. The candy man supplying new treats every night. Caramels and macaroons that taste just right. Creamy, dreamy truffles he makes just for me. Sweetness so powerful I can barely see. But the baker's got cream puffs that make me shake. Writes my name in icing on every cake. Delivers sweet jelly roll when work is done. He even lies and tells me I'm his only one. Give me lots of sugar, let it melt in my mouth. Got the best candy from the north or the south. Bake me sweet surprises that take me by storm. Got an oven so hot it will always be warm. Give me lots of sugar cause it gives me a smile. For your sugar I would walk 1,000 miles. You know if I can't get it I'm as blue as can be. Sweet daddy got to give all of your sugar to me. The candy man supplying new treats every night. Caramels and macaroons bakes just for me. Sweetness so powerful I can barely see. But the baker's got cream puffs that make me shake. Writes my name and I sing on every cake. Delivers sweet jelly roll when work is done. He even lies and tells me I'm his only one. Give me lots of sugar, let it melt in my mouth. Got the best candy from the north or the south. Bake me sweet surprises that take me by storm. Got an oven so hot it will always be warm. Give me lots of sugar cause it gives me a smile. For your sugar I would walk 1 dozen miles. You know if I can't get it,